as I've honestly said, I've made a change and picked up some Aon insurance and look to be doing even more going forward. So thank you, Aon, behind our sport and behind our people. Bring it on. I love that word, human. In fact, that's what they are, because with 70 branches open during the day, you can go to your own people. You know, I'm old-fashioned. We'd love to go and talk to the people, and that's what I'm able to do. Just walk a few shops down the road from where I work, and there's the Aon shop ready to talk and ready to listen, and more important, ready to give me the advice I need. And that's exactly, in fact, I went in there for one lot of insurance, and Aon convinced me to do it slightly differently. So I was pleased with their support. They gave me the difference in pricing, and they gave me the difference in what the cover was going to provide. So I changed and met their advice, and thanked them immensely for it. So I actually went in to get less and came out getting more. Thank you, Aon. Here we go, the big world, we're getting around it. We've certainly had a lot of high-flying performances around our corners and haven't had too many offs. I think it's been awesome, actually, and I don't want more offs. The whole shot corner hasn't been that decisive corner that is 3, 2, 1 to Cody Griffiths. How good. Cody Griffiths on fire ahead of Ryan King. That's better with Cole Davies. So Ryan's got a good start. Remember, this is a race that Ryan had won yesterday. We had Cole back in second place, so this is now exactly what Ryan needs again, but it's Cody Griffiths. He's got the quality start. Man, oh man, he's one of our kids doing the double, the famous double we talk about with doing 125 and 250 racing. And man, he has nailed that and doing oh so well. So Cody Griffiths, you know, being one of those cool riders back in that sort of that 4th to 10th place, not talked about as much as your top 3, but man, he has smashed it and mashed it and earned his name with respect to be in the top 3 in New Zealand. And comes home Digger McEwen for the MX Fest coming up in 2 weeks' time. He'll be a real rider of contention, I'm sure, amongst New Zealand's premier riders at our great Labour Weekend extravaganza. It used to be called now MX Fest, the Hooker Honda event coming up at Labour Weekend. That's not far away, folks. We're looking forward to a 3-day holiday, so the kids will go back to school for 1 week, and then we'll get a long weekend for a short week to follow. So bring it on with MX Fest, and more details, taupomcc.co.nz. The Hooker Honda Motocross Fest, get your entries in online now and join the hundreds. There'll be hundreds there with minis and juniors. The Bell Helmets Dirt Sprints as well coming back on Saturday night. So looking for the fun both on the track and off the track. It's a great event, a great social and a great way to keep up with everybody. You'll love it. Find a quality place to stay in the beautiful Taupo region and get set for a fantastic weekend. Worth the travel from wherever you are in this great country to get the Taupo for the fantastic best a 2-day non-championship motocross you'll find. Of course, other events are generally bigger with championships like national or island titles at stake. You'll find MX Fest has got all of that, but more importantly, a whole lot of fun. So bring it on. Right, as these guys trailblaze their way up the hill at the moment, we're getting an idea of just how good the field is looking. Here we are onto this blistering second lap, and still out there with Cody. Thank you. Right, there we go now with Ryan in front. Ryan, Cole, Jack and Cody. Cody had gone for the number 1 spot. I came back and all of a sudden looked and thought, well, here he is at the first place, and the others, where were they? Are they disappearing down the field? It's just that they were missing off the result sheet that I was looking at, but now that we've got it back, we can see where they are. So Cody first place and thoroughly deserve it. No worse than that 4th at the moment. And the other ones are moving up, so this is what Ryan King's got to do. He's really got to stake a claim and win all these motos, try and recover some of the points lost. So out there and flying at the moment, the Ryan King show looking so good. Want to do a public shout out to the lovely Rose Adlam. Thank you, Rose. What a day you've made for me. So many cool memories. 40 odd years, almost 40 years ago, probably 35 and a bit, of enjoying life with the Adlam family on the road as they travelled the events and supported their 3 wonderful children, Daryl, Michael and Josephine. Some superb memories, and now watching Benjamin round here, it's another whole generation, and it's so cool. That's what I've loved about the sport so much. Had the privilege to commentate many, but love my moto, and juniors is nothing better. All right, as we turn around and bring it home, this is what we're about to see. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Nothing in it, nothing in it. 1:10:17. Here we are for the bike battles. We are going hard. Ryan King up there with Cole Davies. We knew Cole's excellence. We'd seen that in some time, but Ryan has certainly risen. He's put in a big year, of course. He's been to Australia and done some of the Pro MX rounds over there. He's been working off the bike as well on his fitness, and really has started to make every post a winning post. Had a little bit of a setback, a few weeks ago. Oh, down he goes! Threw it away! Oh, bad luck. Look at the recovery, May only lose one position. Oh no, the bike's not going. He's losing more than one now. There's two, there's 3, 4, 5 places in there. Maybe if we'll count the one of Coles as well. 6 places he has lost. Sad, bad luck. Sad, he will be gutted. But he shows none of that as he's totally focused and realised what he's got to do to get back on the track. Just came up over the top of that jump. Felt like he was, the front wheel just didn't quite get straight enough for him when he landed, and it still tucked him to the left of the track, and he high-sided over the edge. A very lucky recovery. He's very lucky he's got some quality Alpine Star safety wear on board, and he's lived to recover and get back on track. What's that done, of course? Given the breathing space to Super Cole out in front to go on for better glory. So the Cole Davies show lives on with a big step up along the Aon Insurance Super Straight here at Mach 1 Motocross Park. Around the corner we go. It's oh man, I love a good corner. Love a cool corner like that. What's about it, folks, because it's effectively 180 degrees. It's straight into it and straight out of it again. And the way he nails it and rails it is superb to watch, and a good example of that, of getting right down low on the bike and getting that drive in and getting that handlebar as low to the ground as possible and keeping that momentum going. The inertia as the bike compounds it, the suspension is almost bottoming out with the G-forces. You're driving through the berm, and of course that's why you look so fast when you come out of the corner, because your preloading of suspension is now unloaded, and it's helped launch the bike out of the corner. So it's even giving you more launch than you get just from the standard power alone. So love watching that, and the G-forces of great suspension working. So bring it on. A special shout out as well goes to Graham Bruff today. Thank you, Graham. Thank you very, very much for spending the time with us. Great to have you home here in New Zealand. I hope you enjoy your stay. Once a Kiwi, always a Kiwi, but hey, 30 years living in America, going over there to follow your dreams, and what you've achieved in suspension work has been incredible. And thank you what you instilled in us today by talking about you don't have to have a checkbook to get good suspension. Just use it and manage and maintain what you have got. Your standard suspension is good, but it can just be made better. So hot tips out there. A lot of people sell a product, sell a service that is trying to make it greater than it actually needs to be. You can do it all with your standard work. More details, check it out at chaseworksuspension.co.nz. Thanks, Steve, for your work behind the scenes on that. Really appreciating that. Helping out everybody with that call. All right, here we go now, and we check the update again, and still the 17 out there of Cole Davies. Wills Harvey was one to capitalise. He's moved into second place. Jack Coleman then has got the third as we go to Ruben Smith, and then looking out to Ryan. He's come back. Remember, we worked it out. He must have lost 6 places, but he's into fifth at the moment, so he's regained on 2 of those. With Cody Griffiths, Jaden King, his cousin, back there, as well as Taylor Hurrell's having an absolute cracker here in Paradise today, with Queenstown's Alex Garland and Tokoroa's Sam Bowers cracking a very good top 10 that we are looking to at the moment. Well, the sun comes out. I'll tell you what, I've been here for plenty of summer's days in January and February. January, we've been here for King of the Mountain many years, and of course for February and New Zealand Motocross Nationals round. I've been to some that haven't been as pleasant as this beautiful October day to be remembered for a long time in the spectacular Taranaki. Thanks, Sanaki, for putting it all on. Also like to do a shout out to Colin Fredrickson, who I just caught up with after many years, and Colin was one of our cool junior dads around the scene that supported Sean and took him many places. Sean was virtually a superstar of junior racing. He was our Cole Davies there for a long time, so great to see the Fredrickson family and all of what they've done, and now Sean, of course, supporting his new family that has come through in our sport as well. The next generation, we're loving it so much, so thanks for still being part of our sport. Some lovely people to meet here today. It's like a reunion for me, and seeing those many faces that have molded our sport into the shape of which we so much enjoy today. Bring it on with the Aon Insurance 2022 New Zealand Junior Motocross Nationals. We're on fire Thanks to Turbo Sound, and we're back here with more motocross mayhem in our battles extraordinaire on the track, off the track. Man, they've been going for it. No matter where on the track, you're talking about placing, no matter whether it's between first and second or between 21st and 22nd. It's still all been on out here today for some massive bike battles out there. Shout out to Beardy and others. Thanks for your messages, guys. BCC, Beards Collision Centre, quality sponsor of the famous Michael Godfrey Memorial Motocross in Canterbury, Queen's birthday weekend each year, and of course getting it behind his own veteran racing, but importantly the famous Tom's Brothers for their racing. And thanks, Beardy. Awesome to catch you enjoying our Ctas live coverage, and to all of you Ctas listeners out there, wherever you are in this great country or overseas for that matter, hope you're enjoying watching New Zealand motorcycle racing at its best. Like my interview with Andy McGeekin said before, we are watching the next champions. In a handful of years, these guys will be representing New Zealand at the Motocross of Nations. As I said to Mrs. Chandler here yesterday, we are watching the 2030 New Zealand Superbike Road Race Championship, because when we have a look back over the years and we look at Mitch Rees and Damon Rees and Sloane Frost and Scott Moyer and Daniel Metten, they've all started in junior motocross. That's the irony of it. They've started in junior motocross and they've gone on to be New Zealand's best at road races. You know, it's just whatever path these people choose, and road racing is just one of those. You only got to look at the MotoGP story. You know, look at the Wayne Rainey, look at the Wayne Gardner, look at the Valentino Rossi. Valentino Rossi, he would go riding motocross in the week between MotoGP rounds because he knew how good it was for skills and balance and fitness, etc. So there's many a good story to tell as well. So Moto, a great part of it. Privileged to take a great night with the Manawatu Orion Club to celebrate 110 years of the club recently, and honoured award Andy McGeekin with his life membership of Manawatu Orion Club. But 4 super guests we had that night, including Barry Smith, Mark Perry, Paul Whibley, and Sloane Frost. And the uniqueness of all of the 4 very different things they do today is they all started riding junior motocross, all 4 of them. So it was a cool story. And you know, Barry's an older gentleman as myself. You know, to think back, 50 years ago when he was riding, he's gone on now to be New Zealand road racing sidecar champion, and he's competed at a world championship level as well. So some pretty cool stories. But the true uniqueness of the 4 guests that we had is they all started in junior motocross. What doors unfold between these people? You know, the doors that will be open, whether they, you know, today's local body election day. I've got a friend of mine who's standing in Manurewa today. I've got, of course, our lovely Angela, wife of board member Mike McLeod, standing as the Mayor of Upper Hutt. You've got so many doors opening in life, and that these people are just great examples of it, all coming out of our motorcycle sport background. So opening up to be some true champions. Hopefully we've got a Prime Minister amongst us as well. It's got to be better than one. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't go down there. Wash your mouth, Neil. All right, back we go, and let's get out, let's get into it and have some fun. 7:44. 2-7, 1, 2, 2, there we go, the Wills Harvey Show, it's out, it's live, he's fired up as well, the man from Appleby in good form at this stage, so love what he's doing. So Cole Davies, the buffer, 17.6 seconds, that's huge, out in front on 17, go to the 166 of Jack Coleman in there, go to Ruben Smith, go to Ryan, go to Wills. We talked about Wills Harvey, the 1-2-2 rider, he's back in 5th place, ahead of Jaden King, Alex Garland, Cody Griffiths. And then, in fact, Adam Hodge has just moved up 1. Adam Hodge, good work from Adam. Now, he was one of our young guns in the recent New Zealand cross-country champion. And he put in a great ride in that championship, proudly supported by the great legend Kevin Hermanson of Hermes Contracting in the Southern Hawke's Bay region, and a multi-times champion himself, and coming to support riders like Cookie Carver's Adam Hodge, and Adam showing the better of his riding, having improved so much. One of the things about cross-country versus motocross is cross-country didn't have crowds, so it was able to be controlled during COVID, and we still got our 2022 New Zealand cross-country championship in, and that of course features junior class as well. So the 2 standouts for me were Adam Hodge in our bigger bike junior class, and Ollie Corbin, who won the 85cc junior class as well. So cool to see. down underneath the yellow flags. A lot of yellow flags over on the far side of the track, and I've been there for a number of laps now. So a couple of other riders to have we've seen that the maintenance work has been done. I'm sure we're going to see a little bit more maintenance coming up there as well. There we go, white flags out at the moment. A bit of interest in that jump on the far side with regards to catching a few riders in that lip that we've been under the yellow. They've just pulled back out of there at the moment, so understand there'll be some track maintenance coming up shortly. It is understood by the officials, so we'll have it. We go 117, 128, more of our riders to go flying past at the moment as we look out for this group. This is our big 125s, of course, 15 to 16 years class. Cole Davies, Ruben Smith, much better from Ruben this time. This is a real Ruben Smith in action. When we previewed our field, Ruben was one we certainly had up in our top three, and this is where he deserves to be. He's had a few setbacks this weekend, but loving it on the 125, of course, does the 250 as well. So Ruben Smith up here to make every post a winning post. His best time at a 152 versus Cole's at a 150. So not far off the top race pace with Jack Coleman in there on the 121 ahead of Ryan King, Wills Harvey, along with Jaden King and Alex Garland. The former Hawke's boat. There it is, checkered flag time. So Cole Davies shows the checkered flag on the results. 15 to 16, 125s, and great work out there. Ruben to Jack and Ryan. Remember, Ryan had the lead earlier on, dropped it. He got back himself into 7th place, but he's been making his way up 6th, 5, and now 4th place. So just off the podium there, Ruben and Jack that had capitalised on it before. There'll be some, I'm sure, to see a better riding performance out there. But Cole Davies, Ruben Smith, Jack Coleman, Ryan King for our top 4 now. Alan Wills Harvey, we might have seen the get deficit back. It was a further 13.5 seconds, 41 seconds in arrears of the race lead. But Wills Harvey's got himself into 5th spot as we look out for Jaden King now, the 103 bike, and Jaden to still take that 6th place still to come. Alex, Adam, Sam and Taylor Hurrell trying to crack the top 10 as well. We've got Misha Wink along with Charlie Shaw, Curtis Gooch, just some of our other super kids out there running 11, 12, 13, 14 kind of places. Cody Griffiths further back as well. Real disappointment for Cody. Remember, of course, he had the start on that lead lap. He was number 1. He was right there with that next group as well. A little bit of a setback for him, but he's conquered that and got himself back into the equation. So Alex and Adam, 7 and 8 respectively. Looking out for Sam on the 152. Some of the other riders are a lap less, as we see Bruno Lawrence and Harry Young and others. Oh yeah, and Sam to go past them. So that'll be 9. Looking out for Taylor. There it is. Taylor's cracked. Good work. Good work from Taylor. These other riders not quite in that top 10, but very good. I'll tell you what. Oh, he's come up a couple. Well done, Cody. Cody back to 11th. Cody Griffiths made up some good work. Mishka Wink is in 12th, followed by Curtis Gooch for the 13th, and should be Charlie Shaw to fill that 14th position. in that top group as well. Seth Evans out of the 15 ahead of Kyle Workman, Harrison Miller, Jack Laird and Frederick Gordon. Bruno Phillips will get the 20th place, and the final point is allocated in our point scoring system: 25, 22, 20, 18, 16 for the top 5, and then for our last 15 places they go from 15 points down to 1 consecutively. So FIM Motocross point scoring as used here with our New Zealand Junior Motocross Championship. Cole, Ruben, Jack, Ryan and Wills, your fabulous top 5. All right, we can see our